Okay, I feel like this is hot take on this one. All right, so today we're doing an updated what's in my makeup bag. If you're new here, I've been traveling on the move for the last year now. I always kind of redo my makeup bags, get new ones, try and figure out the best setup for travel and just living out of bags on a day-to-day basis. And also switching out the products. I recently did one of these videos back in June. If you want to see the makeup I had with me then, and it was a different makeup bag situation, so I have since updated. So this is kind of like mini reviews, what I packed, what I think of the products, how I pack. My setup right now, I must say, 10 out of 10. This bag is everything. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna have all the products listed down below in the description box. Last time I did this video, the description box on YouTube, it like caps out a certain amount of characters. So I actually had to make an Excel doc. So I'll probably have to do the same thing, but all of the products are listed down below in the Excel doc. And I also have all the brushes, everything. There's a bunch of links. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. By the way, we've got the fall nails. I'm excited. And currently I'm in Edinburgh and I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna have a vlog coming. I don't know if the vlog is going out first or this, but spoiler alert, it is insanely beautiful. Okay, so the makeup bag, this bad boy, this is from Ulta. I switched over to this in August. This whole setup has been working incredible for me. First of all, it's adorable, like love the tortoise. You have the handles on top, gold detail, gold zipper. When you unzip it, you've got two different sections here with a couple different compartments. And what I love about this is you can easily see things because the inside is clear. That's one of my things with makeup bags is I love when the inside is clear because it's just so much easier to find stuff. It's just so annoying to me when I can't find something. And I like that this one has two compartments. So when I first got this, I actually had the products I was testing, like new products to me, and then the other ones I knew I liked or just packed with me on the other side. I switched out the products in September when I was in San Diego. So now that it's been a couple months, they're kind of just mixed together because I kind of like know what I think about most things. But on this side, you have this like mesh zip pouch, which in here I keep like the odds and ends. Like I have scissors to trim lashes, whatever else I need scissors for, a backup lash glue, my go-to lash glue, which is very sticky on the outside, the Kiss strip lash adhesive, some tweezers, and then a backup mascara, Charlotte Tilbury Legendary lashes, which I'm gonna pop open because I actually have a few empties in here. And then this side is nice because this kind of expands, and actually this bag fits so much that even when it's packed like this, what I'll usually do to kind of cushion it is put a pack of makeup wipes or like a scrunchie or something in between when I close it, just so it's nice and like cushy for travel. But I love the size of this. It's the perfect size where I can fit a ton, but because of the shape, it's like easy to pack things around it. I'm gonna show you this after. I do have a whole other pouch for lip products. I keep everything else in here. I will show you what I've been doing with my brushes afterwards. This palette is great for travel because it's light, it's thin, and it has so many options, and I've raved about this. It is like the cheapest Amazon palette, usually is around like $7 to $9. And the colors in here, the way they blend out are so beautiful, so pigmented. I just have a ton of different options. I have mattes, shimmers. If you haven't tried this yet, you need to, especially the warm browns in here are so beautiful. I'm wearing a different palette on my eyes today. It's not this one, but I have this little sponge floating in here, which I obviously haven't tried yet. It's the new Milk Makeup. I think it's like a little concealer sponge kind of thing. Speaking of Milk Makeup, friggin' love this concealer. I like to use this as foundation. I like to mix it in with foundations or as under eye concealer. It's one of the most beautiful concealer formulas I've tried. It is full coverage. It's just the right amount of matte and it sets down, but it's still creamy. It's like such a good mix of the two. Doesn't crease badly under my eyes, wears well. I don't have to set it with powder, and I just love this as foundation as well. So definitely gonna be repurchasing that. It's the Future Fluid Concealer and I'm flying through it. Next is one that I just feel like I'm missing something here, okay? It's the Maybelline Gel Liner. I am confused about this one. I know a lot of people love this. A lot of the makeup artists, when I do the makeover series, have used this. And here's the thing, it's nice and black, but on me, every single time, no matter where I put it, it runs or creases and like transfers up. No matter what I do. I don't know, man, keep trying to make it work and just doesn't. The two mascaras I've been using lately, one is an empty, so I'm gonna be tossing this one. The YSL Baby Doll Mascara, this is actually discontinued. I filmed a reel on this and I ended up just trashing the footage because I didn't like the way it looked, but I think this is a pretty freaking close dupe. The Revlon So Fierce mascara, they look pretty close side by side. I will say the Revlon So Fierce can transfer if you haven't powdered your under eyes. It can transfer a little bit. This one is one that I used to only wear layered with other mascaras because it has this really nice comb applicator, but lately I've just been using it on its own. It's been giving me great volume and length, so I do like it on its own. I wish it was a little less transfery. This one is totally empty, the YSL Baby Doll, so I am going to be tossing this, but this one also has a little comb rubber applicator. I have a lot of concealers with me right now. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 2. This used to be one of my favorite concealers. I don't know if this one is just like expired now and needs to be thrown out or what, but it hasn't been wearing well underneath my eyes at all. Like, it's actually been looking pretty bad under my eyes lately. Still one of my favorites, the One Size Concealer by Patrick Starrr. This is in the shade Light 1, full coverage. It's more matte than the Milk Makeup. This is the big boy, definitely not travel friendly, very heavy, but I got it here in Edinburgh and I've been trying it and I am in love. I understand the hype. It's e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Glow Booster. So this isn't a foundation. It's basically like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter product where you can use it as a highlighter, but I like using it underneath makeup or on days where you're not wearing any other foundation. This does have a little bit more coverage though than the Charlotte Tilbury. It just evens out your skin tone really beautifully. And I especially like this shade. This is too dark when I have fair skin. It's the shade 2. Right now I don't have tanner on. But what I like is when I do have tanner on, but I want to just like even out my face, but I don't want to put on like full face of makeup, because this has like a little tan to it for my skin tone. It just evens the tan really nice, makes you look really nice and like healthy and glowy. It has this like lasty look to it. It's like half the price of the Charlotte Tilbury. So if you haven't tried this yet, definitely give it a go. You get a lot in here. You get 1 fluid ounce, and Target recently restocked it. Hopefully it's still in stock when you're seeing this, but like I said, everything is linked down below. Unfortunate that it's in this heavy ass glass bottle. When I'm packing makeup, I try to pack things that are a little bit lighter so that I can bring more and try more and use more in videos, but doesn't always work out like that. Favorite brow gel lately has been the Lawless Creamy Brow Wax in the shade Medium Dark. The only thing is, I feel like I flew through this. This is also almost an empty. I'm like scraping the sides now, but I like that it has a really tiny wand so it's easy to get in there. It's flexible. It's not a stiff brow gel. It's not the most holding. I like the color of this one. That's like the main thing for me. I like the color. I like that it's comfortable. I can't feel it on my brows. But if you want a brow gel that's like really holding, then I think you should go with the Anastasia over the Lawless. This is clear, but it's the Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. You just put a little bit with a spoolie, brush them up, and they're staying there. So I have 2 in case, you know, depending what kind of brow day I'm feeling. But honestly, I really haven't even been using the Anastasia. I've just been reaching for this every day. And I do need to repurchase this. It is one that I will repurchase. I have 2 cream colored liners, one I like, one I don't like. The one I love is the BH Cosmetics Power Pencil in the shade Beige. This is one of the best beige, like cream colored eyeliners for the waterline I've found because it stays on. It's not too dark. It is super pigmented. It goes on the waterline easy. I'm wearing it today. The one I don't like, I recently got here. I tried it from Primark and it's their Kohl eyeliner matte. It just doesn't, there's not enough pigmentation. It's hard to get on the waterline. So one of my all-time favorite products, the AOA Glow Baby Liquid Highlighter. So beautiful. This is $1 from Shop Miss A. I have the shade Morning Glow, but there's a few different shades I like, so I'll put them on the Excel doc. Pencil sharpener by NARS, I always have with me. Number 7 Airbrush Away. This is their Tinted Skin Perfector. I don't know if this is still made or not. I feel like sometimes I can find it on Target, sometimes I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if it was discontinued or repackaged or what, but this is the shade Light. I have a whole TikTok on this, so if you want to see it in action, you can watch that TikTok. It just friggin' blurs your pores. It's probably one of the most blurring products I've found. I use it as a primer underneath foundation and it looks incredible and it just friggin' blurs your skin like no other. I packed this because I think I wanted to like retry it. I don't know why I brought this, but it's the Glossier Solar Paint Luminous Bronzer in the shade Flare. It just picks up the foundation too much for me. It's a cream bronzer. The packaging to me is just really appealing. It's like easy, you can just swipe it on. And the shade in here looks like it's gonna be perfect, but it does pull a little bit too orangey on my skin tone, even if I have tanner on. If I have tanner on or not, it's just still a little bit orangey, but I just don't like the formula as much as some of my other cream bronzers. I'm gonna do a little declutter as I'm doing this. One of the things I've been using for eye primer, the Laura Mercier Vanilla Kiss Caviar Eye Stick. So this is not made to be eye primer, but it's pretty great. It's basically like a paint pot, like a MAC paint pot, but in stick form. It's a cream color and the Caviar Eye Sticks are super long lasting. So I like it as a base because I feel like because the formula of these are long lasting, it does, I think, help eyeshadows stay on better. Go-to lower lash mascara is always MAC Giga Black Lash, but I also have, where are you, AOA Tall Lash. This is another one. This is a good affordable option for the MAC. Very similar, super small comb applicator, so it is good to get in your lower lashes. I recently did a full face of Essence Cosmetics video. It's one of the few affordable drugstore brands left out there. Everything I did was under, what was it, under $8 I think, or under $9. But one of the winning products from that video was the Essence Coffee to Glow eyeshadow palette. The formula of these are different than the other Essence eyeshadows. The formula of this is beautiful. The mattes are super pigmented. They feel and look like high-end shadows. You get a few shimmers and a few mattes. If you want to see them in action, you can check out that video. But I love this too because it's a mini palette. It's lightweight, great for travel. And then I also packed this one from that video. It's the Essence Bronze This Way eyeshadow palette. I love how tiny this is. And this is what I have on today, but I was feeling lazy and I didn't prime my eyes, which I never do. I don't know why I did this, especially because I'm filming. But I feel like this did not, like, it looks a little bit patchy without eye primer. So you definitely need eye primer with this, but just has some like neutral shades. This one is good. It's not amazing like the Essence Coffee to Glow. It's fine. It's not one that I find myself like reaching for a ton because the shades just look like a little bit dull in this one. Okay, I feel like this is hot take on this one. I don't know. I feel like this does not blur my skin that well. The Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. I know a lot of people love this. It says Pore Eraser, Oil Controller, Makeup Replacer, Plumping Hydrator. This is just like a silicone feel primer, but on me, I don't know, I really don't see that much blurring happening on my face. I definitely think this, the number 7, is way more blurring. I wish I liked this one because I'm always on the market for a really good blurring primer. Let me know down below actually what your favorite blurring primer or product is, like that you super see a difference with, because some of them really can. A lot of them are gimmicky, but some of them make a difference. Friggin' love this brow pencil. This isn't empty, it's completely out now. I used it all up. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. I love the shade of this. It's dark brown, but it's not too dark. I can get the like natural look. You have a spoolie on one end, and then it is like the angled, almost like triangle tip that usually I don't like, but this one is waxy enough where it's not too thick, it's not too chunky. I still can get like the light fluffy look with this. I don't have it on right now because I completely used it up. Like literally don't even have a single day left in this, but it's what I've been wearing in literally any footage you've seen from the last like 2 months. It's this with the Lawless Brow Gel. So instead I've been using this one from Primark. It's fine. I got it for £2 and it's nothing amazing. It's the Brow Sketch. It's fine. It's like doing the job. I like the color of it actually, but the formula is a little bit too smooth. I like a little bit of a waxier pencil just so I have more control. Probably gonna be replacing that with something else. One of my favorite palettes that whenever I whip this out again, I'm like, you are great. This is the Sigma Ritzy eyeshadow palette. I've used this for years now and I've raved about it for years. I think this was in one of my like yearly favorites videos. They're just very beautiful, wearable, easy. There's good like everyday shades in here. And I love the camel shade in here. The one I wish didn't exist is Nocturnal. There's just like sparkle and it's dark brown. I hate when brands put sparkle in like dark shades because most people want like matte dark shades. So I wish there was just like a black in here. If there was a black, this would be perfection, but love that it's also square, tiny, good for travel. The bronzer I have on today is by Evelyn Cosmetics. It's the bronzing powder. I got this in Croatia, but I think it's in a bunch of different countries, Evelyn. In the shade Jamaica Bay. It's pretty. It's not something that I'm like, whoa, blown away by. It's powder bronzer and I needed a powder bronzer. Blush I have on though is one of my all-time favorites, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Blush. This looks so unimpressive in the pan, just like the shade of it, but when it's on your face, it is just so flattering. I can wear it with literally any look. It's like the perfect color where it's peachy, it's pinky, but it's not too much of anything, and it has a nice subtle glow to it. I do have highlighter on today. I have the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. Talked about this for years, so I'm not gonna go too far into it, but if you've never tried this, it's a few dollars and it's one of the most beautiful drugstore products that exists. You know me with my foundation, not all of them. So I recently did a tinted moisturizers video where I ranked a bunch of tinted moisturizers, did my full thoughts on them, showed you wearing them, everything. So that video is now live. It's funny because lately on YouTube, I feel like the videos that are the most requested don't do as well, but that video is live and a lot of you guys asked for it, so it's live. Please go watch it. So I'm not gonna go into it here, but these are all the tinted moisturizers I have with me. Talked about my thoughts on all of them in that video. Just a little highlight, the Say, love it, and the Elastin. Love it. That's all I'll say. I guess I didn't talk about these two in that video though. This is the Tarte C Hydro Flex. It's just a little mini size in the shade 14N. And then the Urban Decay Stayed Naked Hydromaniac. I have to try this more because it is fair. This is like my fair shade and I've had tanner on, so I haven't tried this one a lot recently. I used to actually really love this, but I just wanted to like whip it out again and see if I still liked it. Tarte Hydro Flex, I have been liking. I don't know if it wears the best on my skin. When I first put it on, it looks really pretty and glowy, kind of just like medium coverage, but it is very lightweight. It's very liquidy. So if you like a lightweight, like serum-like foundation, this one is pretty, but not sure on the wear test on that one yet. A couple more concealers here. I wanted to use up the rest of my Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. I am gonna be tossing this after this because this is basically used up, but also it's definitely expired, like very expired. This one for me, I like if I leave under my eyes for like literally 45 seconds to a minute. You have to like really leave it on if you want coverage, but it does look really pretty. It's very creamy. It's less coverage than the Milk Makeup Concealer. And one of my all-time favorites, Holy Grail, Haley's Rewind Blurring Full Coverage Concealer. I always have this with me. Lasts amazing. This one lasts so good. Full coverage, also dries down. Probably most similar to the Patrick Star. Got a mini little, is there even anything left of this? Probably one use left of the MAC Fix Plus spray. This cream bronzer by Rose Inc. This is in Seychelles. It's a very interesting, like lightweight, airy, dry, actually kind of like bronzer formula, which doesn't sound appealing for cream bronzers, but it works. It stays on well. You do have to like warm up your brush though before you apply this, but I love the shade of Seychelles. It's very pretty. It like works as a bronzer, but also it's a little bit more cool tone, so it gives you that nice like definition like a contour would. I really like this. I do like the Say Cream Bronzer a lot. Danessa Myricks, those are a couple of my favorites. You know, this was gonna be here. The Essence 16-Hour Powder Foundation. I do have this on my face today, here down, and to set my under eyes, and also a little bit on my forehead. Not in the center, because I like to keep the glow. So right now I have on the Tula Skin Tint. Love this, applied with a sponge. Reviewed it in that video. And then I put, this powder over top. Really pretty. Love how these two look together. Raved about this powder, it's amazing. Slightly blurring medium coverage just really like smooths things out for me. This is one of those products that I wanted to retest and try to see what I think of it now. It's the Charlotte Tilbury, I think just their color corrector. It's in the shade One Fair. It's basically like an under eye color corrector. It's a nice salmon undertone. I wanted something where I could just like throw it on with my finger if I'm not doing a full face. It's fine, it doesn't look amazing on my under eyes. It's a very creamy, almost like gel kind of formula. Got some Urban Decay glitter. This is in the shade Starfire. I did use this recently. Oh, for Halloween. It's the one time I've used this. But hey, at least, you know, use the glitter. I love this little Kaja trio. It's in the shade Chocolate Dahlia 08. I talked about this in my Sephora recommendations for the sale, but that's just some of my favorite Sephora products as of recently. If you want to check out that video, even after the sale, just like my current Sephora favorites, basically. I talked about this in there. I like the tones of this a lot, and I love that it's nice and tiny and compact. One of my go-tos, I always have the Color of Dreams Charlotte Tilbury cream blush. I use this almost every day. This is definitely my most used cream blush out of the last few months. I'm probably gonna be hitting pan soon here. It is dewy, it is creamy, it doesn't set down, it has like a tacky feel to it, but I don't mind that. I love the color of this one. The color for me is just, it's the Charlotte Tilbury color I always talk about. There's something to it, something different. Okay, so liners, my number one liner of all time is the NYX Epic Ink liner. However, after I did my spider webs on Halloween all over my face, I ran out of this. You can get this here, but I just wanted to try something different. So I picked up the Revolution waterproof eyeliner. I think it was called Feline. So far, this one is not waterproof, and it's weird. Like at the end of the night, I can go like this and it literally just like rubs off with my finger. So not loving this. The applicator is fine. Like it has a nice tip, so I can get like a little, you know, wing or whatever I want to do with it, but I'm not going to be repurchasing this. It was $5. I wanted to try it. Black liner that I've been loving for the waterline, I've been tight lining a lot, is the Julep pencil. This is a little sample size. It comes bigger. I've used a lot of this. I think it comes like that size, but this is $3. So if you want to just try it out on Amazon, it's $3. And this is great for tight lining and waterline. Just a good black liner. Merit Kava. Love this cream highlighter. I like to just swirl it on my finger and then tap it on. It gives the most pretty reflect without being glittery at all. So if you're someone who like despises the glitter in cream highlights, you will love this one. Pretty on the inner corner, pretty on the face. on no makeup looks because it does give you that just like beaming kind of look without looking makeup-y. It's very airy, lightweight. It's not too tacky, not sticky at all. I have read though that the other shades might have a little bit of glitter in it, so I'm just speaking about Kava. I haven't tried the other ones. Hard Candy Monochrome Shadows. I have a lot of mini shadows, as you can see. I'll just get this one out of the way too. Natasha Denona. I recently tried this in a Shadow and Schmooze video. Not a fan at all. I always tried Natasha Denona shadows and I'm always very unimpressed, so nothing changed here. Fenty powder. This is in the shade Banana 03. So I'll use this mostly around my pores. It doesn't look great underneath my eyes, but if I'm just trying to like blur out on my chin or around my nose, I do like this one. Not enough to where I would repurchase it, but it's been doing the job. It's not like incredibly blurring, but it's not bad. I like it. And a lot of loose powders don't work on me. So I would say this one is above average for me, but I'm not absolutely in love, but I like that it comes in a little travel size. Obviously haven't opened this yet, but I have this in here to try, the Glow Paradise Lip and Cheek Tint. Haven't tried these before. My go-to eye primer, the Anastasia eye primer. If you need a good, long-lasting eyeshadow primer that actually does something and like makes your shadows stick and pop and last amazing, this is great. I have this in here by Sydney Grace. It's a little cream shadow in the shade Stolen Kiss. I totally forgot I had this in here, but it's like a really pretty copper, rose goldy kind of copper cream shadow. Oh, I should have put that on today. That would have looked good with this. Okay, I know they make, like, brands make lash storage things. I just already had this and I've been using it to store my lashes. It's the Auric lash container. Like originally their lashes came in here and now I just have a shit show of a lash situation in here. I have the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying setting spray in here. This is extremely fragranced. I honestly haven't been using this that much. I haven't been using setting spray a lot recently. Cream blushes. This is, or liquid blushes, the Rare Beauty Grace and AOA Rosewood. Love both of these. This is $1. It's great. I feel like this is very underrated. Love the Ciate blush. So beautiful. If you like a glowy blush, this is the First Date Illuminating Blush. Gives a really pretty radiant finish. Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is the little travel guy. Forgot this was in here. That was on the bottom, but I did hit pan on this. This is a great primer. I've been really liking this. It's the NYX liquid eyeshadow. It's just like a champagne color liquid shadow. This is great for all over the lid, for layering on top of other stuff or on the inner corner. It's like a really pretty champagne color. The only thing is, as you can see as I pulled it out, I can't stand when brands do this where you have to like really try to get this out without splattering it everywhere. I have the Makeup by Mario brown liner. This hasn't been working as well for me anymore. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's not staying on my waterline as well as it used to. And then last two things before we're going in the lip bag. NYX Micro Brow Pencil, the shade Ash Brown. This I'm also gonna get rid of because the shade is just too red for me. I was trying to go lighter with my brows, but this one just has too much of a red tint to it. Sugar Pill Black Eyeshadow. Haven't been using this enough to know, but I still want to do a whole video on like the best black eyeshadows, but obviously I have not been testing them all here. This makeup bag is now empty. Let me just show you this bag because I'm actually not going to go through every single brush because I did that in the last video and things haven't changed. I have the exact same brushes with me, just the way I've been storing it is different. So this bag is actually from Walmart and it matches literally perfectly. I think these were probably made from like the same manufacturer. Even like the zipper is the same, but this one was like $8 from Walmart. And what I love is that I can separate out. My little bag fits in here, so I can keep my eyeshadow brushes separate. This bag, I'm sorry, very dirty. I do a little deep clean on this bag and this brushes, but I keep my eye brushes in here so that it's easier as I'm getting ready. They're separated out. I don't have to dig through a whole bag of brushes, and then I just keep all of my face brushes and sponge and stuff in here. Very easy. Love this setup. Love that it matches. So this is the bag that I have my lip products stored in, and it's actually perfect for that. The bag is from Haley's Beauty. I just put a little lips label on it, but it's perfect for lip products because it fits lip liners and double stacks lipsticks, so I can have like two lipsticks side by side. The thing that I love is that it is flat. So this is, again, perfect for travel because it's flat. If you have a bunch of round bags, it takes up so much more space. I think probably a lot of these are the same or similar to the last video, but some I'll call out that I know are different that I added in. So the lip product I have on right now, this liner by Rare Beauty is, I think the shade is Bold. Really pretty like rusty kind of red color. These lip liners are incredible. Worthy is what I use every single day, and ironically, I can't find Worthy right now. It's been missing for the last 2 days, and I'm like, I don't know what to put on my lips. It's the perfect everyday color. It has like a pink tone, but still nude. This is from the same line. They wear very well too. So over top of that, I have on this Valentino lipstick in the shade Rosso Valentino matte lipstick. This went really well with this liner actually, and it's a nice comfortable matte finish. It doesn't feel too drying. Very pretty. You already know, Lawless Forget the Filler. I have a few of these in different shades with me. This one is pretty much empty. I was like scraping the sides of this last night. This is Daisy Pink. This is probably my most used one, but I do love the Cherry Vanilla, which is in a purse right now, but this shade is their other pink, Daisy Girl. It's just like a little bit more pink. Another standout lip product that I've raved about, the Tarte Maracuja Lip Plump Cherry Blossom. Again, I've like talked about a lot of these, so I'm not gonna go in depth about the formula because we'll be here for forever. Super juicy, minty, but coconutty, whoa hair. I brought this one. This is another like rusty red. It's in the shade 342. Cannot read that. Infinity Sunset. This is a matte liquid lip formula. It's funny how I feel like now the matte liquid lips are just out, but for a while we were all about them. I do like the formula of this. I just wanted to have some options for reds. I actually have a couple reds here. I also have this Essence liner that I used in that video, and then this Essence lipstick, which broke in half inside the tube apparently. It was such a nice formula. I don't know why I brought so many reds. I also have this red. This is like a deeper red. This is Rose Ink Poised, another liquid lipstick. This is in the shade 194. The Essence lip oil, really like. It's a nice like tinted lip oil. One of the best reds of all time, AOA Velvet Lips in Sabrina. Such a pretty red with like a bluish undertone, but still has that like matte kind of depth to it. Really, really pretty. I think you could pass on this. It's the Cherry Lip Oil by Clarins. I love a tinted lip oil these days, but this one is just like too pigmented. But I love the applicator. It's like that big cushy kind of applicator that like hugs your lips. But the scent is like, ugh, makes you want to barf cherry. Haus Labs lip oil, raved about this, the best. Obviously, you know, Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I have a bunch of nude liners here. I will have them all listed down below in case you're wondering which liners I ended up bringing, because I'm not gonna go through the names of all these, but they're all down below. Love this matte shade, Maybelline More Blonde. I have a TikTok on this. Really pretty shade, like a little bit cool tone. I love the smell of that one. It smells weird, but it smells good. Smells like crayons, but I like it. An oldie but a goodie. I always love this and use this. The AOA Full Lips Plumping Lip Gloss in light pink. If you're gonna be making an AOA order and you like a glossy lip, get one of these. Doesn't have to be in the shade, but I love the shade. But that is pretty much it. I'm gonna repack all this, organize it, do some cleaning. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything will be listed down below in the document. I just feel like this bag has been such a game changer, and I forgot to say it's perfect because you can just open it and lay it flat on the table. Whereas like other bags where if it's just one zipper, you kind of have to like dig through it more. So this has been working great. Totally worth the money in my opinion. Nice quality. And that's that. So I'll have my last video like this linked down below. Let me know if you want these to continue as I travel, if things like change and as I switch in and out products and stuff. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.